Hello everyone, this is Ep3 and welcome to another episode of Comparisons. We're going to be looking at a bunch of tech mods this time from 1.7.10, 1.10.2 as well as 1.12. So first we'll start off with this one here, which adds a fair amount of different ores, different machines, different utility purposes, a gear-focused system, food, a ton of different aspects. Even has a ton of achievements here. So you got the core here, based around the thirst system, spanner, sort of getting started. You've got the whole agriculture aspect. You've got the mining aspect, industry, economy. I've never gotten too much myself. So you've got a bunch of different types of ores for different purposes, and upon getting many of these resources you can use them for certain things like shafts for your technology, different gels, other aspects, still pretty much sticking with the technology, larger versions of ores to get dust already that you typically get from the pulverizer later down the line, or just extra. You've got a freezer, magic furnace, the ability to smoke food, ability to use fluid specific stuff as well for melting. You've got larger crafting if you want to. Get a pump and wooden hopper, fluid hopper. You've got your different tiers of things. You've got different generators. You want to use shafts for the sort of transportation of stuff. You can up and lower the actual tier that it goes to. So if you want wood to stone, you can do that, or you can go stone and back to wood if you want. Get a bunch of different recipes of sorts. Farming, armour, a bunch of other aspects. I've only probably done about maybe 30% of the mod myself. I've never gotten to some of these units and otherwise aspects, but I have kind of tried a few of the farming, as well as the machines and some of the tools and armour, but I've never really gotten past, I think it was Iron Stage, which is this here. I've never gotten to Ninja or a Chalcom stage. Next up we have Cogs of the Machine, which obviously bases itself around Cogs as well as Steam. So pretty much what it has is just a bunch of cogs that you use, similar to obviously your shafts, for power transportation that you can control with a lever and a cog. You can break different ores, you can get throwable stones, and chances of ore like so, clay, wood, and so on. You pretty much need a pendulum, I think where it is, and a wooden crank to start yourself off. You want your foundry for your galvanized iron as an alloy, making plates and ingots, either of them, or melting metal to either make those or just turn it into 2 ingots as well, if you don't want to go for the 1, 2 or 3 options here that you'll get, but obviously they have lesser chances than the typical one you'll get. And then as you go about, you'll get to the other tiers, which many of these you use in actual recipes besides just making, if I can find it, I'm trying to think, where are they? The brass ones at least you do. You use them in recipes besides just transportation of energy. So you got your steam, which you can obviously put water into through a bucket, or you can hook it up from another mod. Then you've obviously got a sprinkler, the ability to charge power for your different tools that you can get at the end of the mod, a fan to push away mobs or use as a elevator of sorts, and then one for interacting with, I think, blocks or more so mobs. And with the tools you can pretty much just use them in different ways. I'll just keep going for a bit. If I use this on the tree here, it would cut a few and go up, or you can use it on mobs as well. I'll just keep going up there. Pushing mobs with a portable fan, similar to the other one. Using this on blocks below, or ores to break them, similar to how the pounder already does. Shooting rivets, if I can get a few. Or poisons variations, I can find it. Rust variations. And an extendable hand allows you to access different machines and blocks, not even from the same mod, so you can from just anything that you can interact with from a distance that has an inventory, if you wish. As well as 10 buckets full items, a ruler, and a bunch of other stuff. On to some of the others in 110. And then we'll go to some of the ones in 112 in part 2. In 110, we'll just cover the one for now, because the other is a bit bigger. But we've got Metal Magics, which is pretty much just a mod that focuses on sort of tools at the end, as well as a bit of magic. I've only gotten probably about halfway through the mod, so I can't cover everything, but it pretty much just adds the ability to crush ores, make certain tools, as you can see there, make certain specific recipes and such, combine elements to make others, so a fair amount of crafting and crushing and such. But when it comes to certain other aspects like the spawner, spire, hider, blocklet, and getting to the higher tier armour and such, I'm not exactly too sure, but for the most part there is a wiki of sorts here as well, but it only fills in so much, so yeah. But for the most part, if you want something that's a bit different, focuses on tools and a few other magical aspects at the end, then definitely worth giving a go. But again, I can't cover too much since I've only covered at least about half of myself in survival, and yeah.